Hi, I'm Noah, and this is the ERS System Configuration Training Series, Travel Fees. In this video, we're going to cover how to check and edit your travel fees by city and/or zip code. There are two different ways to set up your travel fees, by city and/or zip code, or by mile. Now, travel fee by city and/or zip code means there will be a travel fee for each city and/or zip code in your service areas. Whereas travel fee by mile means you'll charge a travel fee based on the distance from your warehouse, regardless of what city or zip code the event is happening in. In this training, we're only going to cover the first of these two configuration options, travel fee by city and/or zip code. Travel fee by mile has a whole different setup process, so if you'd like to set up travel fee by mile, please feel free to consult the travel fees tutorial in the knowledge base at support.eventrentalsystems.com. So to edit our travel fees, we're going to navigate to Admin, Order Config, Service Areas, Cities. I'm already there in my folder. Usually when the page loads, Cities is already the one that's loaded here, but if it's not, you can click on the Cities heading here. We're going to enter spreadsheet mode as we'll be making edits to multiple entries here. Again, I'm already in spreadsheet mode, but if you're not, go ahead and go into spreadsheet mode here. So it's a really simple process. You just click into each city and put the travel fee that you want in there. So let's go with $25 for Albuquerque. You don't have to bother with a dollar symbol. Bernalillo is considerably farther away than Albuquerque, so I'm going to charge $50 for that one. Corrales is about halfway between, so we'll go with $40 on that one. Los Ranchos is next to Albuquerque, so I'm going to keep it pretty close to the Albuquerque travel fee. Placitas is also considerably farther away. And Rio Rancho is kind of medium distance, kind of like Corrales. So we're going to go with 40 on that one. Now, once you've done that, if you'd like to call it good and do some testing, you're welcome to do so. Any address in your service area will apply a travel fee with this configuration. However, you can get more granular if you'd like to by charging travel fees based on zip codes. So let's click into zip codes right quick. Zip code-based travel fees will override city-based travel fees. Now, that's going to help me to reorder this page by city. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that heading. So, for example, I can charge a higher travel fee for 87105 if I want to. Let's say, 87105 is kind of far out there. It's a little farther out than a lot of the other zip codes in Albuquerque, so I'm going to charge a little higher travel fee for that zip code. And, maybe I want to do the same for 87120. And you know what? Let's say I want to do the same for 87114. But actually, 87114 is a zip code that spans both Albuquerque and Los Ranchos. So I can charge a higher travel fee for events happening in the 87114 zip code if I want to. But if I want that to apply to orders happening in that zip code in both Albuquerque and Los Ranchos, I need to make sure to put the higher travel fee in the field for both cities where I see that zip code. Now, here in the zip codes area, not the states or cities area. I want to be really clear about that. You don't have to, but any zip code you see where there's a number in this city field right here, you can delete that entry if you feel like it. A number in that city field just means that's a city you've deleted from your service areas. Remember, we cleaned up our service areas in the last video by deleting entries from the cities area. They're not hurting anything, these entries here, so you can just ignore them if you prefer, but feel free to delete them if you like. Once again, you'll probably find it helpful to reorganize the page by city. If you're going to delete those entries for deleted cities, a little pro tip is you can click on that box, and then you can actually use the tab button to move down to the next one, and the space bar to choose that. Tab, space, tab, space, tab, space. So then you can just go down the line and very quickly highlight or check the box, I should say, for each of those entries that has a number in the city field. Just make sure you stop as soon as you get to a place where there's an actual city in that city field, so you don't delete any actual valid zip codes from your service areas. And then you can just delete all checked by clicking here. Now, that's, again, not something you have to do, but if you like, you can do it. They're not hurting anything by being in there. But again, if it just makes you feel better to clean out the clutter, you can do that. If you have a lot of zip codes in here, you might end up having more than one page. So you might end up having to do that with more pages than one. Now, like with anything you do in your ERS folder, I encourage you to test your changes after you've made them. Place a quick test order to make sure your travel fees are applying as expected, and you can even change the address on the customer information page a few times to make sure each city and/or zip code is calculating as anticipated. So that's it for setting your travel fees. In the next video, we're going to cover taxes. Feel free to take the quiz for this video and move on to the next one in the ERS System Configuration Training Series. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.